Oh, man, I don't understand the fucking kids today either, man. I don't even pretend to. You know when I realized I don't understand the youth of today? It's when I saw them with fidget spinners. That was my first official old man moment. I was like, look at these kids with their dumb shit. Right? Get a haircut! You know? Fidget spinners I thought were so stupid. Just as a reflex, though. Then I actually thought about them. I was like, you know what? This might be the best invention we've ever come up with. Right? It sums up where we are in our society so perfectly. Just the name fidget spinner. Right? Just like, hey, you're riddled with anxiety. Spin this bullshit. We got nothing for you. We're not even trying anymore. Here's some shit to spin until everything goes dark. Just have that sudden creepy feeling of your own mortality? Spin that shit! Just read an article on climate change titled Past the Point of No Return? Spin that shit! Just have your second kid with your high school sweetheart and realize, fuck! I am gay! Spin that shit! Spin away the gay. Which of course you can't do. You can't spin away the gay. No one ever said you could till right now, so it's not trending or anything, but people still believe you can pray away the gay. That's a real thing people think you can do. You pray, your kid thinks he's gay, we can make him not gay through prayer. It's not a foolproof system. Like, my kid thinks he's gay, I'm gonna make him not gay. Well, how are you gonna do that? Well, I'm gonna send him to a camp with a bunch of other kids who think they're gay. That ought to pound the gay right out of him, I'm pretty sure. Of course, no one would think that you could pray away the gay. No one would ever think that was possible if we could have proper sex ed, but we're not allowed. Because again, the old white people vote. So we can't have proper sex ed because there's just parents who don't want their kids taught it. And I think the parents who don't want their kids taught sex ed don't realize that the ed part stands for education. It's going to be a trained professional coming in to teach your children. It's not going to be some creepy weirdo named Ed who just walks into a room full of kids with his hand in his pants like, I'm sex ed. And then just turns on porn like, there you go, kids. It's a man loving a woman right there. That's the second man coming in to love the same woman. They are loving her 6 ways from Sunday, I'll tell you that much. It's a lot of love. Stop crying, kids. This is a good one. Why are you crying? Like, why not? Why not let a trained professional teach your kids? Right? Because if you don't let a teacher do it, you know who has to teach your kids? You. And no parent wants to have that conversation with their kids. Right? So if a teacher's willing to jump on the grenade for you, let them do it, man. Because my dad gave me the sex talk and it sucked. It was one of the worst ones on record. The only thing I can give him credit for is when he chose to do it. We were driving home from somewhere and we were almost home. That's brilliant. End game. Not a lot of room for follow-up questions. He starts out the sex talk with, so Nick, you know what sex is, right? I'm like, no, I don't. I'm an empty vessel. Fill me with knowledge. He's like, shit, all right, well. Sex is when a man puts his penis into a woman's vagina. And then I went, ugh. And then we pulled into the driveway. That was it. End of sex talk. That's all I got. He's like, yeah, penis goes into the vagina. I gave him the basics. I'm not gonna tell him that every now and again she's gonna wanna get flipped over. He'll figure that shit out on his own, all right? He'll be on top, she'll look bored, he'll flip her over, tug her hair, call her a whore. I'm not gonna tell him that now. He's a kid, for Christ's sake. That's advanced. Why not teach it? Why not teach sex ed? We all have sex. People want to have sex. If we just had comprehensive sex ed, we'd be so much better developed people. There'd be none of these people just like, I need to put the belt on to come. Like, we wouldn't have any of that. That's where that shit comes from, is keeping them in the dark for most of their life, and they're like, this is wrong. Because if they taught proper, comprehensive sex ed in schools, it would be the best class any of us got, the most useful information that you ever got. Think of all the useless shit that you learned in school, right? I never practically used trigonometry one day in my life. My dick has come in handy lots of times. Maybe teach me about my dick. So the first time I jerk off, I'm not like, that's not pee, I'm dying.